Nobody wants you more alive as a human being than your creditor. I think I said that before. And if there's anybody who wants you to live long, is that person that you are owing as a debtor. Your creditor don't want anything to happen to you so that their investment will not go down the drain. I think I said this in a video I did already. This is exactly why China could say a thing like this. Honestly. Because when I saw in the news that China is warning the US and Donald Trump against military interference in Nigeria, I was like, China warning the US against military interference? Two things came to my mind. I said, one, it could be true. Two, APC could cook up stories like this to make it look like at least there is a country in their defense. But whichever of the two it is, I might be correct. But firstly, let's look at China actually doing that. On what ground? Fine. Nigeria is a very huge debtor to China. We know that. So I know at a point in time, they were either going to step in, either verbally or in action. But whichever it is, they should not stop America from rescuing Nigeria. Not be we say may they borrow Nigeria money anyhow. You get the point now. When I saw the news say China warns the US President Donald Trump against military interference in Nigeria, and it would not have been that bad, I would have easily believed that China actually said this, if not part of what was contained in the body of the news. Let me read. It said China has declared its unwavering support for the Nigerian government, saying it stands by Nigeria as it leads its people on the development path suited to its national condition. So China is telling the world now that the way Tinubu and APC is leading Nigeria is the path that suits the country. This is a further insult. For anybody to think that this statement was made to support Nigeria, the person also, maybe you don't understand English. They went ahead. He said this position was announced at a press conference on Tuesday by the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Nao Ning. I don't even know where it happened. It could have been happening inside Aso Rock. Maybe one of those Reno or mockery arrangements. You get the point now. He said the Chinese minister was quoted by the cable as saying, as Nigeria's comprehensive strategic partner, China firmly opposes any country using religion and human rights as an excuse to interfere in other countries. China, let me first of all ask, would you do to your citizens what APC and Tinubu is doing to Nigerians? I'm sure the answer is no. And if you would not do to your citizens what APC and Tinubu is doing to Nigerians, and you are telling the world that the country, that the APC is leading Nigeria to a path of development as suited the nation, then it not go better for now, even though I know say it already better for now. See, China, you that is intolerance to religion, most especially the violent one called Islam. We know of your antecedents, how you treat these people. So why would you support such in a nation like Nigeria? But then I understand. Nigeria is a huge debtor to China. China will do everything to protect their investment. But as for you, those are Nigerian, or maybe APC faithful, do not celebrate that, yes, America is coming for us. China will defend us. These are two world powers. I will tell you two things. Firstly, show me one country that America have shown interest in having their intervention, or call it invasion, that China have been able to stop them. Show me one. None. In most of the countries that America have had their exercise, China always tell them don't go. But do America take order from China? The answer is no. China is a world power of it, or America is a world power, but we know how these two people operate. China is out for business, and America is out for superiority. You get the point now. Now, that is number one. China can't stop America from coming to Nigeria. Please, Chinese government, Xi Jinping, mind your business in this case. If you've borrowed Nigeria so much, look for a way to take it from those you've given the money to. Let America come and save Nigerians. That's number one. Number two, when China tells America, do not invade Nigeria, it's not for the love of Nigeria. It's for their debt, like I've said before. It is a preservation. They are preserving Nigeria for their own takeover. Yes, now, the man that is owing you, okay, in case you don't know, let me read something to you. What China did in Zambia. They say China is taking over Zambia's national asset, but nightmare is just getting started for Africa. I don't know if this happened some time ago. It's not very recent anyway. I think that was somewhere around 20. I'm not exactly sure, but it's not very recent. It's not very recent. China took over major assets in Zambia and perhaps some other African countries. That's exactly what they intend to do in Nigeria, because they know that Nigeria will never repay these endless loans. So if they are telling America to stay off, it's as good as they are our biggest debtor, leave them for us. We will harvest them when the time comes. It's like equal to raising a chicken now. When you are raising a chicken, you pamper that chicken. You don't allow anybody touch that chicken or hurt the chicken. But when the chicken is matured enough for consumption, that same you will slaughter the chicken and eat it. That's exactly what China is doing. They are protecting Nigeria until they are ready to come and harvest it. Now look at what they did in Zambia. He said there have been credible reports of talks between the Zambian government and China on handing over the country's national electricity company, ZESCO, to the Chinese due to the inability of Zambia to meet up to loan repayment promises. They already did it in Zambia, an African country here. You got the point now. He said this is expected as China is already in control of the country's broadcasting company, ZNBC. There are also fear that the main airport in Lusaka could be the next target. Obviously, Zambia is in trouble. And for other African beneficiaries of Chinese loans, they should prepare for the same probability in the eventuality that they aren't able to repay China. This is exactly why China is protecting Nigeria in the hands of US. It's that simple. They know they've sold here and one day they will reap by any means. Because most of you believe that America don't like Nigeria and you want to believe that it is China that have suddenly loved Nigeria. Go and have your head checked. In other way, America still remain our best sure bet. Let them come in and save us from the hand of these terrorist Boko Haram and terrorist government officials. That remains my stand, and that remains the stand and wishes of majority of the well-meaning Nigerian. If you are against this, you are a Boko Haram. I rest my case.